Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to a new Satisfactory live stream where today we are expanding our rocket fueled power plants. Currently we are making 6,000 rocket fuel per minute, but the problem is we're only using about maybe 2,000 so far. So before I can actually tell if my factory is going to be fully operational or not, we have to actually place down all of our fuel generators. And as you can see over on the right hand side, we've made a decent start. This is about 240 out of our 600 fuel generators, so we've done less than half. Okay, when I put it like that, it does sound a little bit pathetic, and even for the less than half that we have done, it's actually gone slightly wrong. Yes, it's gone even further wrong than what it was wrong a couple episodes ago, but it's okay. We're going to have a little bit of fun trying to fix it, but not today, because today we are expanding into the fourth quarter, which you can see just on the right side behind all of those current fuel generators, and it's quite a lot of work, because unlike the last few, well, months, really, where I've already got all the paths here placed down, I've already figured out where the center of my grid's going to be, I know where the concrete path's going to go, the temporary fix-it foundations, which is going to go, by the way, but I like to have these here because it's very evident where the center of the foundations are, or where one foundation begins and another one ends. But over here, I haven't actually done anything, and that's quite intentional because I don't think I've actually tried to finish one of these squares on camera for a while. So to show you how I do it, I thought, you know what, let's do a cheeky stream on it. And also to remind myself and how I done it, because I haven't done it for a while either, so that should be quite interesting. So let's start in this corner here, and let's come down by a single foundation. Also, what day is it today? Friday. So I am going to be live again tomorrow, by the way, and that will be my final stream for about a month. So if you guys are interested in Satisfactory, then feel free to stick around. That would be very kind and greatly appreciated. Anyway, I would then like to come out like so. Then I believe now is the part where I get this. And then I zoop you down there. I think that is actually correct. You'd think I'll know what I'm doing by this stage. I do. I'm just trying to remember if it is definitely correct or not. And then what I'm actually planning on doing, the 1 month break that I'm taking, I want to try and finish the exteriors for all 4 of these corners. So today and tomorrow, I essentially want to try and place down and do as much of the fuel generator logistics as I possibly can. And then over the... I think I was trying to do a thumbnail. And then over the course of the month where I won't be filming, I want to just try and do all the exteriors because it is actually quite boring to watch. It might sound like it's really good fun, but it's literally placing down blueprints next to each other constantly. If I can do that for an entire stream, I can probably get a lot of it done actually in maybe 2 or 3 streams, but it's a bit boring to watch. And that's coming from the person making it, so I can't imagine what it'd actually be like to watch. Anyway, so that's that corner pretty much squared away. One thing I do want to try and do, though, is place down our fix-it foundations. A part of me keeps on wanting to say fixite, but it's not fixite. Fixite's the actual, like, ingot or the ore. We do that, and then we do concrete. There we go, that is corner 1 done. Great. Welcome, Vinod, first one here. Well, technically, early was the first one here, but first one since I started the actual stream. Hope that you're doing well, man. Let's move on to that corner next. And have I actually finished this road? Oh gosh, I haven't actually done the road. Okay. That's fine. Should we just do that now then? Okay. Okay. Should be okay. I don't know why I sound so nervous about this. It's a road. So, preferably, I want to try and mimic exactly what I've done over here on this side, which, again, I haven't finished this road either. There's so many little bits and bobs that I'm yet to do in this area, but the reason why it feels like I'm rushing through it is because I am. Why are you all red? Yeah, that's still not very good. Oh well. We'll fix that one day, just not right now. But I really am just trying to get through this a little bit. I don't want to rush it. I want to take my time But if there are certain parts of it I can just very briefly skip over, I will. For example, adding the exterior to these 3 areas. If I was to like completely square away what I've done so far, it will require at least an extra 10 hours or so, which, because I only had 1 week to stream starting Monday, so technically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 6 days, that meant I would have spent 3 days just building the exterior without getting any actual logistics done, and I don't really want to have done that. That's a bit of a waste of time for me. There's more valuable things I could have done with my time, and that's what we're doing now, so I think it's worth it. I do. Right, let's chuck you into here. And luckily, because my blueprints are unbelievably simple, it does make this part really just easy and... Oh, that was wrong. Really easy and overall just fun to do. So what blueprint's that? You're 009, so if I was to select 008 and actually get rid of this floor here as well... Another one, okay. I think we're good now. I believe it's off-ramp, isn't it? So you're going to be found in the conveyor highway? No. Train highway? No. Rocket fuel factory? Yes. Right. Wrong one. Wrong one as well. So you are going to be somewhere over there, but I don't need you right now, though. How about number 10? Oh, there we go, number 10. Got there in the end. And today's stream is going to be about maybe 2.5 hours long if we can. My voice is starting to feel a lot better, which is great. I don't think I could do another stream with my voice just, you know, being a bit of a pain. Now we'll get number 9. Number 9 large. Sorry. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, you are sticking out of there, aren't you? That's unbelievably annoying, but that's gone now, so... All good. Oh, hello. It's resurrecting, apparently. Yeah, I like that. Good. Next. Now, this is the part I've actually got to try and pay attention to. Can't forget that. So we come out by how much? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we select off-ramp 3. Right now, we need straight road 005. Not too bad. We got that. Well, I say that I need off-ramp 3. It's probably not actually off-ramp 3. Let's see. You're the wrong way round. I knew it. Oh. Wait, was it not this one? Unless it was this. I love when it actually snaps the blueprints. It sometimes confuses me. 5. There we go. Wait. No, you are here. I'm just going to add that by myself. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'll say my voice has definitely gotten better, but the headache is still just miserable. Off ramp 3. Okay, so it's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4. I think it is. No, it's not 4. 5. Nope. Nope. There must be one of them. Oh, there we go. I think that's good. 001. Let's go with that. See if that's going to fit in. Which it should do, in fairness. Okay, here. Oh, I've got to get rid of this first. I mean, in all honesty, I think all of this is actually going to end up going, except for the bits underneath the concrete. The reason why I'm going to get rid of all of it is because it makes the logistics far easier to do. So, might as well. It's hugely beneficial for us. There. I'm satisfied with that. So we'll go here. And no. And no. I think that seems pretty good to me. Although, didn't I make an updated version of that? I think I did. 5. Was it one of these two? Oh, it was. It just isn't that one. Typical. Okay, how are we doing now with this? Yep. Better. I think the way... Oh, actually, I don't know. How am I going to do this? Let's check what I've done previously. I don't know how I managed to do this the first time without checking what I did previously when there was no previously to have checked. I suppose just... I divided everything into quarters, then tried to go from there, right? Found the exact quarter of the... or the center point of the quarters. Makes sense, actually. Nothing's rocket science other than rocket science. So we'll plop you in, that's fine. You're then nudged one to the right. You're centered. You're then nudged one to the left. So, plop, one nudge right, plop, one nudge left, plop. Okay. Using the 004 there as well. Not bad. Okay, we can do that. I think. Hopefully. Drag this to the very end. Okay, it doesn't want to go where I want it to go. That's good enough though. Height-wise, I'm not sure if it's actually correct. No, we'll lower you down by 1, that's fine. We'll line you up. Then we'll go... Is that right? Oh, I don't know. I mean, it must be. Okay. Just a double check here for a second. Yep, that perfectly lines up. Okay. If it works, it works. Oh. Okay, they're both completely wrong. That's fine. I was expecting that. It's never normally correct. And then this side. Great. Okay. Next is to add one of these, but we have to nudge it one to the left. Have you rotated yourself around? Please don't. There we go, then you're fine. You then nudge yourself as well. I know that goes back a little bit on what I just said, but I still think regardless that should actually work out fairly nicely. So let's see how it's going to work for now. Because then the center point should be exactly here. I don't actually know if it is, but this is where it should be. If my maths is correct. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint you a light green color. Then zoop you straight in there to the middle. You're going by about 20, that should be enough. We'll then come around over here, then do the exact same thing. Bring it into the middle, then go over there, bring it into the middle, then bring the other side into the middle, then everything should just line up. in a fairly acceptable manner. In fact, I've already got this one done. So all I should have to do is see if... Oh, that definitely does not line up. I can tell you that now. That does not line up. Why? Because you're built out way further than the other one. I can see it from here because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other one's only built out by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But then that side's built out by 7 as well. So have I done that side wrong? Okay, well let's see. If I'm off by exactly 1 foundation, I know what's happened. If it's 1.5 foundations, then... Yep, we're off by exactly 1 foundation, so I assume that's the drama then. Which means everything I've just done has now got to get moved 1 foundation across. Oh dear. I will very quickly see though. I can already tell that's going to line up, so I don't actually need to mess around with that. Good, okay. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Although still, you don't seem entirely lined up, actually. You have to be, because if the other 3/4 are all completely fine, then surely you then have to be completely fine as well. There's no reason why you wouldn't be. This is correct. I know this is correct, because it should overlap like this. So you're off by about half a meter, half a foundation. Oh yes, I didn't start it in the right spot. Okay. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves. Hopefully. So you're now going to come up to here, which means you should slightly overlap. You do. Okay, great. So that is all completely fine. Again, just move you down there by a 1. Then everything should be as good as gravy. And we should be able to find the center over here as well. Be up by 9 foundations now. I mean, that's 10. Actually, that's fine. Yes, that's fine. Good. We'll double check though, but this should be 20. 20, good. Then you should be 20. 20, fantastic. Then as long as this is 20, then the other side, I assume, will be fine. 20, yep, okay, yeah, so. Brilliant stuff. Don't worry, I'm as surprised as you are. I mean, to be fair, I was hoping it would be fine. After the amount of times I've done it, it should have really been fine. Then yes, this is where the center has to now be. So I'll move you down by 1. And move you down by 1. Just keep going for this section. And I can tell this actually lines up here because, as you can see, these two double beam connector pillars, I suppose I'm using them as pillars, aren't I? They line up here completely fine. On each side of the green concrete foundation, which is brilliant to see. And get rid of this. And you just have to go straight up. Yeah. Okay. So yes, all of you have got to move over. It's a slight inconvenience, but I mean, it's very minor, really. Although you should probably go as well. Great. How's everyone doing in the chat today? Hopefully you guys are well. Then get this, build it in the exact same place. We already have that previous one established, but literally just one foundation further forwards. Then all should be good there. Right. Although we have got a weird gap here. Could you be there? I mean, yeah, no, you will be there. That's fine. Oh. Wow, they've actually built around the right way. That's fairly impressive, in fairness. Although, I might have to get rid of a couple of these. Just thinking out loud here for a second. 1, 2, no, 3. Because you've got special blueprints. Ooh. This one. That looks good to me. Yeah. And then again, just move all of this across. It's unfortunate that it was all slightly off. But luckily, because it is just blueprints, it's fairly simple to move. So, no dramas there, really. So I want to try and get rid of this. And I suppose we'll be fine. There's not going to be any trucks actually going underneath this. But it's still good to have the foundations here, just in case I am going to have something down here. But I don't intend on doing so. And that's because those other two quarters, we did have trucks being used for stuff. But here we don't actually need them, because I want to try and save all the room that we have for our fuel generators. So we can't really afford to waste things like that. Anyway, we can now continue. Because this is the center, why are you so weirdly torn? Thank you. Because this is the center, I've now just got to try and build this. That's number 12, so we need number 11. Over on the side. There we go. No idea where it is. That looks good. Yeah. I think one further back, maybe. There. Let's find out. Whilst getting rid of this and a random blueprint designer. I don't know what it is, but whenever I fly around my playthrough, I'm always just finding random blueprint designers everywhere, like literally everywhere. And I haven't a Scooby as to why it's there. It's just there. Okay, you line up pretty well, actually. Now, I think we're looking for 003. Might be wrong there with that. Nope, that seems right, actually. Yeah. No, don't get rid of the entire thing. Okay, that side's done. I would now like to bring you up to... Actually, whereabouts? I know I've just zoned that there, but I think some of it's slightly wrong. 3 of these first. Okay. Go 1, 2, 3. Then we get rid of some of this. I don't think we need to get rid of that much, but that's how much is going to go, so... Oh well. Now we need this again. We'll go 0010, then 009. Oh. How did I just do that? Literally no idea what just happened. I selected a blueprint that's not even here. Okay. Sure. Let's try that again, shall we? Here. Looks pretty good. Okay. Keep you down to the end. I don't actually need all 10 meters of this. It's actually 80 meters, but 10 foundations. Because you three are going to go. Yet again, going to have this back here. Although, you're not lined up very well, are you? Maybe you actually are, in fairness. It just doesn't look like it. I think you are. Tomorrow's stream, I don't know what to do. I'm debating what to do, because normally for the last stream before I go on a vacation or something, I stream a slightly different game. I was going to do City Skylines 2, but I'm really not sure, actually. We'll see. Not like it massively matters, but it's still interesting to shake things up a little bit. I'm still using that blueprint over here. Okay. Let's try and use this one. Thank you. Three, 4. So how is this straight then? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, actually, to be fair, it is. Yeah. Sorry, I thought it was 8 foundations wide on that side and 4 foundations wide on that side. But that's impossible, because if it was like that, then that wouldn't be the center. The center would then be over there, which then isn't the actual center. So it's good that we've managed to establish that. Now I do want to try and move on to finishing the actual corners as well. If I can try and get all the corners done, and straight after that we can get rid of the floor. After I get rid of the floor, I can then place down the fuel generators. Everything there is yellow, which isn't very good. It means that it's not properly working. Although, because we've actually only used 5 1/3 out of my 14 pipes for rocket fuel, most things would actually still be yellow, because not everything is turned on yet. All of our plastic and rubber should be operational. Don't know if it is, but it should be. So we've done that. There. Oh, okay. Well, apparently I have to zoop it that way. Sure. Next up. Oh, I haven't done this corner either. Deary me. I've got a lot to do over the course of the next month. I really do. And I've also got to try and finish my coal power plant. So I've got 2 major videos I've got to try and finish. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I mean, the thing is, I'm so close to actually finishing my coal power plant. A part of me just wants to focus on that. I'm really close to it. Well, logistically, it is done, kind of. The roof I've now designed. I might even show you guys towards the end of today's stream. If I remember. I probably won't. Good, that's the exact center. That's the exact center. And that's the exact center. Great. So I'm going to keep that one there. Everything else here can go, really. I don't need to know where the center is. I could keep the actual dead center here, just in case. Because that's free. Won't hurt us. Bring you forward to there. And now same with all of these. And look how everything's lined up perfectly as well. I like that. Whereas before, when I started this project, none of these were lined up. So this was about half a nudge away, then this was lined up with that, but then it wasn't lined up with this. It didn't look very good. But now everything's relatively well organized. And even though this is the same factory, my playstyle and building techniques and everything really has changed massively since the start of this. Which is actually quite annoying. It might sound good, but it's not. And the reason why it's not is because I'm now building this and I'm thinking to myself, whenever I'm here, like, oh, I could have done that better, I could have done this better. And this was supposed to be the quote-unquote perfect factory. Logistically, it still should be okay, but as I'm going through and checking everything, and because I've never built anything to this scale before, I never knew if it was, wrong one, if it was actually going to work or not. But now I know it will work. I just need to add a few more protocol and like safety precautions. For example, if this overflows, what am I going to do? Am I just going to let it overflow, or am I going to do something about it? The way that I've built most of this factory up until a couple of days ago was that I didn't really have a plan B, which is quite bad. Always have a plan B. I didn't. So when things eventually started to overflow, which I didn't calculate or prepare for the fact that they might overflow, when they did start to overflow, I didn't have any countermeasures to that. It was just, oh, that's bad. And now because that's backed up, everything else is backed up. Which isn't great. Welcome, Mr. E Plays. Hope that you're doing good today. Welcome. Get some concrete in here now as well. There we go. Again, it's very important that this overlap here is in the dead center of that, which luckily it is. So that's now all of these sides done. We've done 3 out of the 4 corners. Yeah, this doesn't take that long to do. The first time I did this, I spent ages trying to do it. I couldn't get a pattern I liked. Or a technique. I wasn't able to get into that flow state, I suppose they call it nowadays, isn't it? I was struggling, but now it's pretty chill. Oh, here's a good example. See, I'm using half foundations here. That's not a very good idea. It's good to go full foundation, then half foundation, then a fuller foundation of coated concrete, and a full foundation of the fix-it foundation, and then another full foundation of regular concrete. Like this. I just find this works best, if I'm honest. And especially now that I've done it so many times, I can just square it away and get it done. Nice and rapid. Then regular concrete. Good. And that's all 4 corners done in no time, really. I know we've been live for half an hour, but that's okay. I was also building the road. That's the part that took the longest, the actual road construction. The bit that I was supposed to do off camera about 3 months ago. Which I never got round to doing, clearly. Oh well. Okay, let's make sure all of these are now going towards the center. Yep, they're lined up, which means that should all be good there. And in case you wonder how I do these sections, they're pretty simple to do. I'll give you a quick demonstration. What I like to do is grab our half foundation, come back to there, come back to there, then grab our full foundation, and do this. Then what I do is I go to my inverted corner, coated concrete, and then just slap these in whenever I need to. Now, where's that going? There. I wonder, would it be slightly easier if I actually got rid of all of this? And I just dragged you out from here. Maybe that could actually work out slightly better than what we just had. No, you are going to stick out slightly. That's a shame. Good. Okay. And we have now finished the exterior for this quarter. Not bad going. The next part, like I was saying slightly earlier, is to remove all the asphalt inside the circle to reveal our logistics floor. The reason as to why I'm doing this is that it makes connecting the rocket fuel generators to the logistics floor far easier. There we go, up she goes. Welcome Federoon. I did, yes. Unfortunately. Get rid of that. This part does take annoyingly long, but it makes me realize how many foundations I've placed down in this playthrough. It's a lot. It's a lot. And then it also makes me thankful that this game's optimized pretty well. Because I've played some games where... in fact, you know what? I was talking about this game before, City Skylines 2. I've got a good PC now. I mean, it took me about 20 years to... Well, how long have I been saving up for this PC? The very first time I started earning money, from, like, not chores, but from actually working or setting suites, I think I was about 12? So it took me about 10 years of saving up my money to afford this PC. So it's not bad. It gets the job done, let's just say that. At least for the next 7 or 8 years. And it's fine. With every game, it runs it completely fine. Cyberpunk, decently. Planet Coaster, completely fine. Satisfactory, fine. But with City Skylines 2, for whatever reason, it just really sucks at running the game. I'll download a couple mods, nothing overwhelming, like just a couple mods which actually should be in the game anywhere. They shouldn't even be mods. Then you open up the game and I'm getting 20 frames per second. What? I haven't built anything yet. What's going to happen when I've got 100,000 people living in the city? Spoiler alert, I haven't got to that stage yet because I can't. Either I get some really weird death waves, which I know in City Skylines 1 had death waves, but they were solvable at least. Whereas in City Skylines 2 I've noticed that some of them are sometimes unsolvable, which isn't very fun. Oh. There we go. To take pictures for new passports next week. Don't they look like a bum? Oh, a new passport. I've got to do mine soon, actually. I don't like taking pictures. Especially not of myself. I love taking pictures of nature. Or historic buildings. Or street lamps. Don't ask about that third one. But myself, oh... It's one of those where I try not to break the lens. Like in the... What was it? Finding Nemo? When the girl in the doctor's office tried to smile and she broke the glass. Is that what happened? That's what I feel like happened. Maybe it didn't happen, but in my mind, that's the scene that plays. Although I'm now questioning myself. Anyway. Almost got rid of all this now. Luckily. Hello? There, no, thank you. Last little corner. Grand. $15 kg and some aging, and you look identical. Yeah, I'm unrecognizable from my passport picture. Because I used to have really long hair down to my shoulders, and I've still got that on my passport. And once I was traveling to Ireland through Shannon, and the guy there, he looked at me, looked at the passport, looked back at me, looked back at the passport. He was like, "Have you had a haircut?" Yeah. He didn't say anything else. Bear in mind, I look nothing like my passport picture, but it was alright. Anyway. Oh, everything here looks blue. Oh, no, it's all red. Anyway. Your stream live? Well, the good thing is, I don't have to see myself or have to hear myself talk. You guys have to go through that. I don't. So, I'm alright with it. There we go. Okay. Great. Let's move on to the actual fuel generator placement part of the stream, which is probably the most important part. And I think I literally just plopped you down right at the very edge, which makes my life nice and simple. So let's just go ahead and do that. Although I'm actually not sure about the height. I think I just brought you up to there. Seems about right. And I think there was a slight gap here, wasn't there? But not on this side. It was a gap in the middle. So you come up right to the edge, I believe. Oh, no, you don't. This is why I check these things. So we have actually got a gap here of... Is that a 3 nudge? There we go. It seems like a 3 nudge. Why have I done that? Have you ever built something in Satisfactory and you log back on the next day and you think, ugh. What was going through my mind when I designed this? Yeah, I just had one of those moments. Actually, I think I know why though. Because I started it in the center, didn't I? So it was 1, 2. Thank you. Then 3. Grand. Okay. Then I got you. And yes, okay, brilliantly. See, brilliant. So you do line up properly. I would have been concerned if you didn't, but you do. So problem solved, problem avoided. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the plan is, I essentially want to try and place down both rows at the same time. I'm going to do both stories. For whatever reason. And just wing it from there. Oh dear. This is going to be fun. Stupid, yeah, but fun. Also, I get to see how many power shards I actually have left over. Because, oh, that might be what I do tomorrow. We need more power shards. Again. It feels like yesterday I said that I needed more. In fact, I think I did actually. But today we need, well, tomorrow we have to go get some more as well. Which is a shame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what I'm actually going to try and do here, because I'm unsure of this gap, I'm going to come over here. Then just bring you along so that I know for a fact that you are lined up. Didn't you clear out all those 1 meter foundations last week? Or is this another segment? The 1 meter foundations, I did that somewhere. Down there. Wait, why is the height completely different? Huh? The height's different. Why is the height different? You're correct. But then you must be correct because I've already built all of you. Right, so I've built it all in the wrong height. Not this, the bit over there. So where do you come down to then? That seems like a 2 nudge to me. Because you would be there. 1, 2. Yeah, you're a 2 meter nudge. Bugging me sideways. But it's lucky I checked that, because imagine I finished it and then I didn't check. That would have been really annoying. In fact, tomorrow's stream is most likely going to be a troubleshooting stream where I just fix problems for a little bit. And then the second part will be an exploration stream. So I don't just spend the entire 2.5 hours looking for power shards, because that would just wind me up after a while. 1, 2, 3. I'm happy with that. Drop it down. 1, 2. Just double checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You're 14 across. So 8's 1 foundation. 14 minus 8's going to be 6. And it's 3, 8, 3. Okay. Right. Let's get rid of all you now. And it's nighttime. First night of the day. First night of the... Yeah. First night of the day. Welcome, Stephen, by the way. Hope that you're well. Oh, look at you. Useless. I mean, fantastic, fantastic stuff. Four, 5. Yeah, I mean, you've all got to go, but that's okay. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. I'm saying that like it's their fault. I'm the one that plopped it down there. Also, holy resources. I thought I would have run out of resources by now. Although I think I might have jinxed it because we are getting very close. Oh well. Right, time for you lot to go. I've also re-enabled the settings where I get to take items from my inventory before my depot. Because I don't know why, but every now and then either I turn it off and I don't know why, or the game turns it off. I think it's my fault though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I don't know why I turn it off. I always want to take items from my item... No. Actually, I know. I do know why. I don't need it right now. In fact, I'm actually going to turn that off. I wanted to take items from my depot before my inventory. Inventory. Is that what I've got enabled? No. Depot before inventory. I'm happy with that. Because the reason why I do this is because the items that I have in my inventory are finite. When the 500 concrete runs out, it runs out, gone. But the 2,500 here, that's just going to keep on refilling. Look at that, 15 a second, or whatever that is. I think that's about 30 a second, if I'm honest with you. That's unbelievable. First time I'm catching you live. Oh, just watch your complete videos. Oh, thank you very much. Well, I do appreciate you tuning in. I don't do too many of these streams anymore because I'm at uni for like a month. Then I sometimes have a week break or sometimes 3 weeks depending on what time of year it is. So now, for example, I'm only back for a few days, unfortunately. Then I'm off again. I've got a video planned. It's talking about drones. I don't know when it's going to come out, but it's planned. Also, the videos I'll continue to make is things like the what's new and Satisfactory update 1.2.2.3, things like that. Same thing then with Star Rapture, because I really enjoy making those videos. I find it really thoroughly entertaining. And also the comments and feedback are always positive on those videos as well. I've never seen a comment on those videos saying, why are you making this? Or I don't care, or things like that. So that's always quite nice to get some positive engagements. I'd be lying if I said I completely care, but it's nice that some people like it, I suppose. Okay, right. Where is the actual center? Here. That seems pretty good to me. GPU across there. And then we'll do the exact same thing here. Okay. Not bad. The reason why I half nudged this rather than a full nudge when I lower it down isn't for any particular reason. I just think it looks a bit different than what I normally do. That's literally it. And you go in by 1. Yes. Again, all that decoration will be done off camera. I'm going to give you guys a quick insight into how I do these things though. Great, let's go get some more resources. I'm still going to need, if I've done that first quarter, that's about 60. No, that's 30. 240, oh god. I would say I've done about 30 or 40 there. I need 240 for that corner. So there's quite a long way to go yet. Let's see if I can try and fit maybe also, put you into there. Or don't, that's fine, I'll just go screw myself. Thank you. Let's see if I can fit 40. Sure I can. Firstly, dump all of this shenanigans. Gather that for just a moment. And again, I've spawned in with 277 reinforced iron plates. I don't know why I keep doing this. I'm not trying to exploit, like the game's giving me reinforced iron plates from doing nothing. Like it wants me to cheat. That there as well. Okay. Iron rod is just going to replenish itself. I'm not even remotely concerned about that, if I'm honest. Nothing else from here is massively needed. I can take that, I suppose. Why not? Concrete, yeah, always. I'll go for 3 stacks. 3 stacks will be plenty. You're relatively new to Satisfactory, but so far from what I've seen, the community generally good-hearted and eager to help. Yeah, for the most part. There's good and bad people everywhere. My experience. Okay, that's a lot of quick wire. I didn't realize I needed that much. Oh, speaking about things I didn't realize I needed much of. Yesterday, we started to make SAM fluctuators. Of course, we haven't actually got enough SAM. Yeah, I do. I sunk all of it. Doesn't matter. Are you... What? 23? Are you kidding me? I only got 23. With a 2 times multiplier. Are you absolutely... Oh, no, wait. I can't accept that. Give me a minute. There's absolutely no way I'm accepting 23 SAM. Or fabricated SAM. Nuh-uh. Full power plant. We're coming. It is a glitch, yeah. Every time you log the show up again. Oh, okay. Yikes! Oh dear, that was close. Completely intentional. I would never make a mistake, but if I was to make a mistake, that would most likely have been it. There we go. So this area has changed a little bit since I was last here. It's still not fully finished. One thing I have done is I've added a roof. Because it needed it. I've also built a bunch of random things behind here. I've built a wall because I like building walls apparently. That's just a thing I do in this game. I'm not going to give you guys a full tour now. There's going to be a video coming out about it in the next 3 to 5 business years. It's quite bland and bleak from this side, but I do like this area here. It reminds me a little bit of the Great Wall of China. There you go. I don't know how, but there you go. Drone ports because I like drones. We've obviously got the cold pickle plant sign over here as well, next to the Fixmas factory, which is, of course, no longer operational because it's no longer Fixmas, so that was a massive waste of my time. But for next year, though, it will be good. And, of course, the vending machine. I did say that I wouldn't give a tour, as I'm giving a tour. But the main reason why I'm here is because I should have some reanimated sand being produced. I've also, I suppose this is actually a pretty big change I completely forgot about. I demolished this building. We had a building looping around here. I completely got rid of it. And instead now I've replaced it with this wall, which I much prefer. Like, a thousandfold. I much prefer this. It's still not perfect. I mean, it's a wall that isn't actually finished yet. But I do prefer it. I don't like how this goes straight through the path, but it is what it is. Also, why is there a gap here? And here. What? When did I do that? Whoops. Did I get rid of anything else? Oh, I did. What the? Okay, give me a second. Anything else? But yeah, that's all gone. I feel like I made a change around here. Oh yeah, I suppose I'll show you guys this. Firstly, I got rid of a bunch of stuff inside of here because it looked a little bit too crowded. Now I've just added a really cute looking curve. A curve around here, which I quite like the look of. Again, just added some... I didn't add this, but I wanted the nature to stick out, and I think it does quite nicely. I didn't change anything around there. I did change this, however. I built a weird unfinished platform, and then I extended this wall around there. I don't know what I'm going to add here just yet, but it will be something. And then the bit inside of there I'm actually quite interested to show you guys. But first, we have this. So the train comes into there, and originally this was actually our train station. I have now got rid of the train station, and rather than the edge of the building being here, I've built this. I don't know what it's going to be used for just yet. And then it connects to our main rail grid. And there you go. I've then extended the wall behind here as well. So a pretty large expansion this side. I don't know if I like it. This took me so long to do because I couldn't find something about this I actually liked. I just did it again. Why has that got all weird effects? Again and again and again, and this is just what I ended up doing. It's nothing incredible, but it just gets the job done. Now, the last time I was here, this building had nothing above here, and everything else around here was blue. As you can see, I'm still transitioning it to orange. I'm testing orange. I don't mind orange. I might go with something else, but as of right now, orange seems to be the winner for me. And I've also changed all of these as well from blue to chrome, because before, I believe this was the colour that we had. Or, yeah, I think that was actually the colour. And I didn't like the way the blue just stuck out, essentially. So now I've changed it to chrome, and I feel like it matches the environment a little bit more. And that's actually one thing I've really struggled with this build in general. It's just trying to get everything to work, because some parts of this I've built 700 hours ago. Other parts of it I built 20 hours ago. Furthermore, I built this platform here with more drone ports, which I'm actually planning to use, so they won't be a complete waste of space. Because I had this weird looking platform here, and the vegetation was creeping through the ground, which I really didn't like. So rather than having the vegetation there, I decided just to add this platform here. It hides the vegetation. It gives the hog some places to annoy me. And yeah, some drone ports. And the last thing that I built that's of remote interest, without going into the interior, which I haven't finished yet, is this place up here. It's huge. For reference, here's an assembler. I mean, that shows the scale. This area is absolutely ginormous. Obviously, I'm planning to turn it into a factory. Because the good news is, if I get rid of this, I have a logistics floor. This wasn't actually supposed to be a logistics floor because I'm still planning on adding glass somewhere around here. But what I think I'm going to end up doing is something along the lines of this. And then just continuing that the entire way across. And then most likely adding this here, then where is it? That. Because then when you're walking underneath here, you still see the glass. It's still a little bit dark. I might add some signs. Oh, actually, that's a good idea. I'll get some signs going straight across there. Some orange signs. That'll look sick. But the entire interior of this, I actually just don't like. I'll be honest. I don't like the way most of this building is designed. And that's what I'm talking about. Because I built this over a span of 600 hours, there's many parts of it that I just feel like needs to go. Which is unfortunate. Not to mention, I've actually lost most of these blueprints. As you can see here, I try and use that. Nope. Try and click on this. Nope. Luckily, this one's new. So I am currently in the works of changing the colors. I like this. I think. I like this. It's mostly grey. I think what I might even do is a couple bits here and there of orange. Like that. It's interesting, I mean. Yeah. The last idea was chrome. Because I feel like this is actually going to match with everything else as well. And if I was to paint all of this chrome here as well. I feel like it almost just doesn't work though. Anyway, that's another problem. I just wanted to try and show you guys what I've been doing. The secret, that's not a secret, factory underneath this place as well. I haven't really worked on that. Oh, and okay. Turns out I actually got rid of this area here. So the plan is with these drone ports is the sand that I'm getting from here is going to go into one of these drone ports. And then the other one's going to be delivering fuel. So that's just what I've done there, basically. That's why I've got two. But as of right now, I am actually going to need this. So, yeah. Have I got any SAM? Not SAM. Summer sloops. 29. Okay, right. Okay. We'll get some shards in here as well. I don't actually know how much SAM I'm getting from this. 300 is probably a bit of a stretch, but hey-oh. I'm gonna get rid of that. Make sure you're hooked up there with power. And again, this is temporary. I just wanted to add this here because I can. There you go. Oh, really? There we go. So that's going to be producing 150 SAM per minute, in theory, which is great. Can I maybe try and fit a smart splitter into here? Okay. Awesome sync. So when you're fully backed up, I can just sync that. I feel like that would be the simplest thing for me to do. I covered up the floor. Of course I did. That makes sense. Annoyingly. There we go. That will do for now. Speaking about power, I can't actually check my power there. Great. It doesn't matter. We'll assume it's perfect, right? That's all good, Vinod. Have a nice rest of your day, and thank you for tuning in. So we were able to get 115 reanimated SAM there. Oh, sorry, 135, which isn't great, but it's not terrible. We'll take it. I almost just got rid of my my summer soup there. That would not have been good. Leave that. Okay, let's go back to what I was doing. That was a bit of a tangent there, but it's good to get back onto what we were focusing on before. Right. Don't need that. Don't need that. Motors. I still need more motors because we just use a crap ton. I'll be honest, we use tons. Oh well. Not that. That's good. I like the look of that. I'm going to stop there because overall, eventually, we're just going to get tons of motors from our dimensional depots, and I don't want to use up any more room just for one singular object. Next is modular engine, which I haven't used modular engines at all. What a waste of time that was to make. Plastic? Yeah, go on then. In fact, actually, I'm just going to stop there. That's good enough. Rubber. We need tons of rubber. Again, that's good enough there as well. Copper sheets and encased industrial beams. Everything else is okay. Wouldn't mind some more quick wire, maybe. Yeah. We'll see how we go with that. I am slightly concerned about the encased industrial beams, though, because I feel like I'm using tons. Like, a lot. And I'm not really making that much either, so, hopefully we'll be okay. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe not good. We've got no more copper sheets over there. Episode 4 billion of me running out of copper sheets. On today's episode, we're running out of copper sheets. But tune in tomorrow, where we're running out of copper sheets. Okay, then lastly, what I'm going to do is take one last stack of quick wire, which I've actually got, hopefully here. Nope. Here. There we go, and probably concrete. I'll be honest, we need some more concrete. And all of that, I actually, in theory, can't even afford 40 of these blueprints. We should be okay because of our dimensional depots working overtime. Wait. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. Oh, hi, moth. No, this is not going to work out. No. That was fantastic. No one saw that, though, luckily. Should we try that again? I think that's a good idea. And off we go. I'm still liking the look of this area. I mean, it's... From the top, it's going to look okay. I think that tower in the center has to look perfect. Otherwise, this project's not going to really stand out. Which is a shame, because it's built to stand out, really. I would class this as like the Dubai of projects for me. It's just a bit stupid. Doesn't really need to be done, but we're going to do it anyway because we can. There we go. Okay, we're still on track to not run out of resources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is good. Obviously, running out of resources is bad. Obviously. 4, 5. So it's about 15 of these blueprints then. Per quarter? Per quarter of the quarter. That makes sense, yeah. Because then it's 120 generators, 60 blueprints, 2 generators per blueprint. Yeah, okay. I can afford maybe 6 more of these, maybe 7. And why is my dimensional depot not filling up with quartz or quick wire? What? I've got 2 entire dimensional depots stacked to the brim with quick wire, so I don't know why it's not filling up. Huh. That's weird. Yeet the body. I'm tempted. Welcome, Chaos. Right, let's... well, first of all, get rid of this. It was obviously for a thumbnail. Well, I say obviously, knowing my builds, it's not really that obvious. And I want to start here. Nudge our way out this direction, just so I know the heights, rather than having to, like, guess. This works out. We'll get there eventually, it's taking its time. But I'm actually quite concerned why our quick wire isn't going up. The only thing I can think of is that when I added the quick wire into the dimensional depots, I didn't actually... how do I say this? I didn't clear the system first, so the conveyor belt going from the industrial storage container to the dimensional depot, maybe that still had other resources on it, which now means it's contaminated with junk. Absolute rubbish. Looking pretty good to me. I was saying maybe one nudge this side. That looks fine, although it can't be. Yeah, that's good. Fantastica. Oh, look at all those red lights. That's what I love to see. No, it's not. To be fair, they've all got red lights and they're supposed to be blue, so that's concerning. That sounds like a major problem that someone should probably try and fix. Oh well. It will fix itself. Spoiler alerts? No, it won't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not right. That can't be right. That is right. Try and get 2 more of these plopped down. Oh, actually, maybe only 1. No, 2. We can get 2. Let's try and figure out what exactly is wrong with our quick wire. I think it is that problem that I just stated. Yep, there we go. Freaking knew it, man. That's all good though. It's a very simple fix, luckily, so no major dramas there. You away, and then actually now what I want to try and do is grab our Mercer spheres and our sound fluctuators, a name I never forget. Where did I put the rest? Oh, I need that first of all. I think I might have uploaded them to my depot. Yes. Here we go, the very last one. Oh, we only just about got enough fluctuators. Damn. So this increases the upload speed by 6.25%. Sounds good to me. And there we go, we've fully finished that line. I want to try and get the spawn point one day.
Dimensional upload speed increased. Every particle now has encoded potential reconstruction memory for when any part using that particle is recalled, enabling instancing on the fundamental particle level.
You group shifted the body chord flow cycle song of the 6th layer. Harmonious. Your cycle songs will only deepen the layers.
I'm always working on myself. The time will come.
Thanks, Ada. Just thank you for being you. Yeah. Anyway, so plastic. We're running low on plastic. Concrete. I mean, we're always running low on concrete. Not a single soul on Earth is surprised about that. I like that. That's good enough. Quick wire. Now again, quick wire is a potential concern. Nothing major. I'm only going to go 5 stacks there. No, we could go 6 maybe. No, because we need tons of motors and copper sheets and yada yadas. I don't think we've really got any copper sheets here, do we? Oh, we got 7,800. Well, clearly I stand corrected, don't I? It's important to admit when you're wrong. And it's even more important to try and blame someone else as quickly as possible. Rubber. 4,000 rubber. Have I got any rubber just chilling here? I don't know, actually. We've got 400, and we've only just found that towards the end there, so it's going to be somewhere here. Really? Am I blind? Ah, tell you what. Let's go get some more. The only other thing I really need is going to be a bit of plastic, rubber, motors, and that's kind of it, really. Everything else is fine. We didn't realize and had us and screwed it. Oh yeah, screwed us over. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've done that a stupid amount of times, especially with a blueprint as well, where I've accidentally connected something into the output, like where the items are supposed to come out on the mergers and the splitters, and then I've had to redo an entire system. That's really fun. More? Bloody hell, how much rubber am I using? There we go, that's fine. Now the rest just motors. Wow, that's a lot of rubber. Oh well. Does it make you feel better about yourself? Everyone always judges my sorting and inventory system. There's nothing wrong with it. Because bear in mind, I've been playing the game since, well, pre-update 1, pre-dimensional depots. And this is always what I've done. I walk into here, I know where things are. For example, if I need iron plates, it's here. Sorry, it's... It's here, see? I instantly know where everything is. So when I'm trying to get items, I go, okay, good, iron plates, just instantly take a right and, okay, and you're in there. If I need iron rods, stators, everything's organized. See, I've got all my iron products here, and then over here I've got all my stuff there, which is organized with my limestone, iron, yep, yeah. As they say, I'm playing chess when they're playing checkers. This is the future. I'm telling you, this is the future. People write books about things like that. Yeah, okay, maybe I didn't demonstrate the storage room perfectly. Because I made a slight miscalculation when it comes to where everything is. Because I forgot. Other than me forgetting, it was perfect. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I don't know why I was like edging the fuel generator there. Oh, look how quickly you can place these in. It's unbelievably quick. If I can try and finish this entire row here with just the materials that I have on me, that would be great. I'm unsure if I can, but we'll try. Always in awe of your builds. Oh, thank you. No, I deserve to be judged for that. I absolutely deserve to be judged. I mean, I don't think anyone else does something that stupid, but I do it because for the love of the game, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Speaking about doing things for the love of the game, last night, Eurovision, the second semi-final was on, where we got to see the performance of the British contestants. And the chorus goes like this. Eins, zwei, drei. Roughly, excuse the pronunciation. Basically, the chorus is 1, 2, 3 in German. With some other random words attached. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I know German sounds beautiful. But if you translate it, the main chorus is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's like, come on, man. It's like we're trying to lose at this point. Couldn't believe it. And of course, because Britain's one of the four main, or like, I don't know what it is. There's 4 countries that automatically qualify. Britain, France. I think Austria, because they're the ones hosting it. I think it's always the hosting nation. Also, look at this shot, by the way. Look at all the fuel generators. I haven't done the logistics for any of this yet, by the way. So that's going to be a really fun next hour. I think there's one other nation that automatically qualifies. France? Did I say France already? I don't know, but yeah. Part of me thinks Spain. It might not be Spain. I mean, Spain's not even in it this year because they're protesting it. There's another country that qualifies automatically. Ireland's not in it either, which is the shirt I'm wearing today is an Ireland football shirt. I must be the only person in the world that has an Ireland football shirt because we haven't qualified for the World Cup or anything in ages. They got close, but I think they lost to Czechia. Also, all the singers are British there. The Czechian guy has got a really thick English accent. The woman from Cyprus, she's born and raised in London. I'm fairly certain. Like, okay. You expect these people to have really thick accents. It's like, oh yeah, mate. Just, oh yeah, performance went really well. It's like, yeah. Right. I will say that though, the person that had a really thick accent was the Australian woman. Oh, this is wrong. Like, when she was singing, you could hear the accent. It was thick. Still a nice accent, though, so we allow it. It's okay. Yeah, it was alright. The final for it is going to be tomorrow. That should be interesting. I like Bulgaria's song. Well, again, it was interesting. The whole point of Eurovision is that you're not actually supposed to release good music. It's just supposed to be a bit weird. Always get a couple good songs every now and then, but nothing stood out this year, I'd say. Anyway, we have to try and get a few more resources here because we almost managed to finish everything, but we're still off by a few resources. I don't know what we were missing. We've got enough of 5 blueprints, I think, so maybe we can try and get this squared away. It'd be nice if we can. Oh, Germany, Italy? Oh, right. And Spain and France. Okay, yeah. So Germany was... You know, I don't think I saw the German performance. Italy? I didn't see Italy. Has Italy boycotted it as well? I don't remember even seeing or hearing about their performance. But there we go. We have plopped down the final fuel generators for the 4th quarter. The quarter qualm. Yes, that's a Hunger Games reference in the Big 2-6. Because Hunger Games is a fantastic series. I know it's a movie, but it's like a movie series. Yeah, good enough. And I'm actually going to go ahead and remove this path just temporarily. Because the very first thing that I want to try and do is the logistics for here. Starting by getting all the power together. So we'll do this. Well, there's been a couple really good Eurovision songs that have come out over the generations. I remember Finland released a song. I think it's literally called Cha Cha Cha. That was interesting. Yeah. There was one by Lithuania a couple years ago that I really liked as well. And then Sam Ryder sang Spaceman for Britain. This was 2021? It was a few years ago now. Or maybe 2022. It was the year that Russia invaded Ukraine recently. For the 400th time. Because I remember Britain was supposed to win it, but then Ukraine got all the votes as like a sympathy vote. Which I can understand, but at the same time it's a singing competition. It wasn't like Putin was going to see that and be like, oh, guys, you know what? We should probably just stop. War is kind of bad, you know? But no, unfortunately, he didn't see that, and the war rages on, unfortunately. That was, I mean, their song was good, although it was obviously quite political. The whole point of Eurovision, I know this is stupid, but the whole point of it is that it's not supposed to actually be political at all. but it kind of is. Like, for example, when the whole voting system happens, you can see what countries like each other. For example, I can guarantee this is going to happen tomorrow. Take my word for it. Cyprus is going to receive 10 points from Greece. It's going to happen because Turkey's not in it. I think Turkey withdrew from the Eurovision Song Contest for... I think it might have been for a political reason. There's a few countries that have withdrawn from it over the years, like lack of funding or things like that. I know that Hungary actually withdrew because they found the competition was too gay for them. That's literally the reason they're not in it, which is, I mean, their country, they can do whatever they want, I suppose. But there's a few countries that aren't in it anymore. Which I can understand, but yeah. This year's the first year in a while that there's been so many boycotts, though. You're Palestinian? Yeah, exactly, yeah. That's the main reason as to why it's been so heavily boycotted around the world, really. Also, I heard an article that in Ireland, because they're not showing or participating in Eurovision, they're going to be showing Father Ted instead. Father Ted's an absolutely cracking show. I haven't seen it in a while, to be fair, but whenever it's on the telly, it's nice to give it a quick watch. Yeah, Eurovision's, I don't know. The thing is, it's crap. I'll be honest, it's crap. I like it because it's crap. It's just a bit of entertainment for some random week in May. Other than that, there's like, I would never go back and watch... Actually, no, I've lied. I have occasionally gone back and watched previous Eurovision Song Contests when I'm really bored, which is most of the time. Hence why I've got 4,000 hours in this game. No, I do often go back and watch just rubbish sometimes. And also, I'm one of those people that I don't like watching anything new, especially when I have it as second monitor content. So when I'm watching a TV show or a movie, or if I'm trying to sleep and I want something on in the background, I play a TV show or something that I've seen before, so I can repeat the scenes in my head as I'm not watching the monitor. I used to do this quite a lot with Avatar. So as of right now, I don't think I have... No, I don't have Avatar, 'cause that's on Disney. I haven't got Disney. But because I've seen the first movie about 10 different times, I can actually recognize the scenes based off the soundtracks. So what I'll do occasionally is I'll get the soundtracks for the Avatar, well, the first one especially, but the Avatar movies, and I'll play that, and then I can tell by the sound of the music what part of the film it's in, and then I can imagine what's happening in that scene without actually hearing the voices or the characters or anything. Yeah. I suppose another movie I can do that with is Mulan. Not the newer one, but like the actual older version of Mulan. Because I had to remember that song, or actually the entire movie, for a musical that my school was doing. And for whatever reason, we all had to participate in it. This wasn't even like an optional thing. It was, you are participating in the musical about this thing that you don't know much about. Great. I was a soldier, and I had to memorize all the songs, even though I wasn't actually singing most of the songs, so I had to know them. So every day when I used to go to school, we used to get the CD, also bring back CDs. I freaking love CDs. And we used to listen to all the soundtracks beforehand, which surprisingly didn't get annoying. I mean, there's some really good soundtracks in Mulan. Wow, talk about a sidetrack. Yeah, Father Ted's amazing. I love it. Some shows from that era have aged quite badly, but I'll say that one's aged pretty, well, like, decent in comparison to others. Like, every now and then you do watch a show from, let's say, even just 10, 15, 20 years ago, and you think, oh, oh. Like, I'm not someone who gets offended easily. In fact, I don't think I've been offended once in my life. I don't really care when it comes to a lot of humor. As long as it's well balanced, then it's like, I don't care. But, for example, we have some shows in the UK here called Little Britain. And you see some of the jokes and you hear some of the jokes in there and you think, oh, ooh. Oh dear. How did that get approved? Honestly, if some of those episodes came out in 2026, there would be mass protests. Mass protests. Because of how quickly everything's changing, but I just don't care, if I'm honest. It's a joke. That's why I go back to some of the older Disney movies, because even though I'm rapidly approaching my mid-20s, I still like to go back and watch a bit of Disney. I wouldn't say I'm a Disney adult. Like, I wouldn't go to Disneyland and start having a mental breakdown when I see the castle or whatever. But again, Mulan, sure. The Lion King, yeah, it was good. I had to do that for a musical as well. Luckily, I wasn't a main character, so that was a relief. Some say using my voice can be like a form of punishment. Like, if I start singing, that's when people are going to reveal their secret identities. Like, no, stop the singing, please. Other than that, though, musicals were fun. I don't like listening to musicals, though. Especially when the musicals are supposed to be serious. Like, I was watching Les Miserables a while back now. And I just can't take it seriously. I know it's supposed to be sad, and there's some very sad scenes in there. But when they just start singing, what do you mean? There's a couple scenes where it works out quite well. Like, for example, when there's some army convoy going down a road, and then they hijack it, and then they start singing, "Do you hear the people sing?" That works, because I can almost feel like that could have happened in France, and I'm sure it probably did. They all started just singing. But then there's a couple other scenes where they're confronting an arch enemy, and then they just start like singing. What do you mean? Can you imagine if James Bond did that? So we meet again, James Bond. Like, no, come on. Get a grip. Although, to be fair, I would probably watch a James Bond musical just for the piss take. Okay, we've almost finished with these wires. I mean, this has been going on now for so long. I was saying this yesterday as well. The wires in this factory take so long to connect. But, having said that, I actually made a mistake. Because I didn't connect all the wires there. There's a couple that I accidentally missed out. Which I knew I was going to do. I'm just... I was hoping I wouldn't have done it. Snowflakes. A lot of them. All of them. Only gay in the village. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's so many, like, funny skits that he did. Yeah. Also, speaking about, like, potentially controversial commercial media, isn't there, like, a new scary movie coming out? I mean, I think it's called a Scary Movie. Scary Movie 5. Double check now. Scary Movie 5. No. Wow, 3.6 out of 10 stars. I don't know what movie I've just Google searched, but it's clearly not very popular. Anyway, there's some sort of... Oh, is it Scream? Wait. Scream 7. Yeah, I think it's this movie. But they were saying that they didn't really want to hold back with the jokes. I believe it's that one at least. Which would be interesting. Releasing this summer. Yeah, that should be a laugh. The last time I saw a Scream movie was... Oh, God, many years ago. I think it was on the background when I was younger for about, like, a minute, maybe. That's about it. I've never seen, like, a full Scream movie. But I knew what it was, because whenever we used to have, like, Halloween parties at school, or just in the village, people used to always wear that Scream mask. The one that had, like, the blood effect as well. It looked really cool. Well, I mean, it looked cool about 17 years ago. I don't know if it's aged like wine or not. But everyone used to wear the exact same thing. I used to wear a cowboy outfit. And, what else I used to wear? I don't know. We never used to take Halloween seriously, though. Especially, again, because I do just live in quite a small village. So, not many people here take Halloween seriously. Okay, great. So, we've got all of you lot connected. You shouldn't be consuming anything. Yeah, fantastic. Wow. I won't know if I've connected everything correctly until I've checked later. But hopefully everything seems fine. Yeah? No? I don't know. Right, where's our rocket fuel? There? No, I don't think that's it. Should be over there. So we've got 150 coming in from that side. Well, technically 300, but I'm only going to be using 150 of it. Then we've got... Oh, hello. Here you are. We've got a good amount of you coming around here as well. Well, isn't that amazing? Continue a bit further forward. I'm going to try and just zone out one of these pipes completely. And then we'll come back for the remaining 4 because we've got 5 here in total. Not including that one. Yeah, we can come up by one more, I'd say. We'll bend it here. I'm happy with that. Good. Seems a bunch of the old actors are returning. Oh, nice. The first movie was released in 2000. Oh, wow. 26 years later. 28 years. Yeah, exactly. 28 years later. Maybe there will be another one in 2028. You never know. Right. How am I going to do this? 1, 2. No. Right. Firstly, I want to try and grab that. Align you there to the center. And zoop you down to here. I'm going to grab you. Holy autosave. Go 1 there. We'll go 1 there. Just do that along the entire route. Correct? Oh, that's correct. Okay. I know the game was saying it was correct. It didn't seem right. Note to self, just trust the game. Who would have thought? Really? Yeah, it's right. I'm still not not trusting the game. Speaking about 28 years later, I did watch most of it. It seems fun. Like, I heard mixed things about it. I really like 28 Days Later. That was the very first, actually, technically second time I saw Cillian Murphy in a production. The first one was this movie based around the Irish Revolution. Cillian Murphy was in it. Ian, he's on Game of Thrones. He plays Sir Davos. He was in it as well, I think. Let me try and find what it's called. It was a good movie, actually. I thought he's not in 28 years later. This one. The Wind That Shakes the Barley. It was a good movie. I quite liked it. Couple big actors in that as well. Yeah, Liam Cunningham. Yeah, he was in... you can't even see it because the webcam's in the way. He was in Game of Thrones. There's a couple other major actors in there as well. Anyway. Actually, to be fair, I also saw Cillian in a World War II movie. I think, was it Daniel Craig that was in it as well? I think it was Daniel Craig, Cillian Murphy, and another well-established actor. But I didn't enjoy the movie that much. It just seemed a bit boring. I only saw the first half hour, so I can't comment on the entire thing. It wasn't the most engaging first half hour. Wasn't necessarily the zombies, but human nature. Thinking of part of the military. Yeah, exactly. Actually, it felt scary. Like, it actually felt like, oh, there's a zombie there. That's potentially really dangerous. Unlike The Walking Dead, where... I know we talked about this recently, but you're telling me that the strongest military in the world got overrun by walking corpses. This was set, I think, in 2010, The Walking Dead was. So maybe the US arsenal wasn't quite as strong as strong as it is today. But bear in mind, 2010, that was during Afghan, wasn't it? So it wasn't like there was no war for 50 years or something. Like, they were engaged in an active war, but yet they couldn't fight off a few corpses. I don't believe it, quite frankly. Also, how far do I want you guys to be coming back here? It's not that far, is it? I want you to go there. And the final row out, you actually don't need to go to. Yeah. If I can actually keep you there. No. No. I'm trying to figure out the way that I can do this in the easiest manner. Because I have to use up 45 generators. Got 5 rows there of 6 generators each. That's 30. 36. 42. 43. 44. 45. So you don't actually have to continue any further out than that. You're then part of a completely different system. You're then part of a completely different system where there's going to be 15 there, which is coming in from that pipe. And then another 15 too. Which would be our third pipe here. Yeah, that sounds good actually. So let me just bring you straight down. Also, speaking about zombies, apparently, for the first time, I've started to watch, what's it called? The Last of Us. Last of Us. Never played the games. I've never interested me. I mean, I'm sure it's good. I've heard lots of good things about it. The show seems alright so far. I'm literally an episode in, if that. I think I'm maybe 2/3 of an episode in. It seems alright. I mean, you got some actors, you know what to expect from them. It's fine overall so far. Like, whenever I see Pedro Pascal, who was also in Game of Thrones, by the way, for everyone wondering, you know what you're getting to get from him. He delivers a solid performance. There's a few actors like that. I saw that Jason Statham, hasn't he got a new movie coming out that's already released? Jason Statham, yeah. New movie. Bohi Rai Brathnak in Shelter. Oh, I think that's just someone's name. Oh, Shelter, I think it's called. No, Mutant. Oh, I don't know. Doesn't matter. I think he's in a new movie every week. No. Okay, so we've got the start of these 2 pipes here, which is great. I'd like that to come down a little bit further. I'll then have 2 more of these side by side. You're going a little bit further in and connecting up with that. Brilliant. And the 3rd pipe is going to be there. We're then going to need 2 more pipes, but both of these extra pipes will be going straight up to the 2nd floor. So I don't really want to run them adjacent towards along the sides here as well. There's just no point for that. So what I'm going to do is have those 2 pipes down here. And then when it comes to the middle, which is somewhere here, let's continue out. Same with that. And same with this here as well. At least we can see everything here has been built properly. I could probably get rid of this now, actually. I mean, everything is built perfectly. Obviously, because we're just that talented. No, we're not. But it was built right, though, so that's good. Now, what I'm going to try and do next here is this. One, two, three, four, five. So. Wait, are we... 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we only need 3 pipes going up. I'm still going to add a 4th, otherwise it wouldn't look symmetrical, and I might cry if it's not symmetrical. So we're still going to add 4 pipes into here. The remainder from the pipe that's going into those 15 has to then go up and go into 15 from here and then 15 from there, which equals 45. I know. I mean, mathematical genius on the block. You want to support movies. You want to do good, so maybe it's time to start going to the movies again. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I went to the movies for the first time in about 10 years. And this was a couple months ago to see the Avatar movie, the 3rd one. Actually, it was way longer than a couple months ago. It was December, I think. No, it was February. I don't know. But yeah, whenever the 3rd Avatar movie came out, because when I was... Oh, God, how old was I? 7? Whenever the first movie came out, I went to go see it with my mum and a friend and his mum, because we were way too young to actually go to the movie to see it, but they still let us in, and that was like a really fun memory for me. So to reimagine and revisit those good old days, we then decided to go to the exact same theatre and see the 3rd Avatar movie. The second one came out, I don't know what, I just didn't care, I don't think. No, I did care, I just didn't want to go to the theatre because the theatre's too far away. No, I bought the tickets. I said to my mum, I'm taking you to the theatre. This is non-negotiable. Dad did not want to go at all, and he doesn't like Avatar. I bought a book. I think I've talked about this, but I bought a book about the Avatar world that explained all the flowers, all the different types of fauna, why they're there, the clans, why the clans look in a certain way, like why they dress in a certain way, what gods do they believe in, how big is the world. Bit more about the humans. I mean, it is like, yeah. Because now what I do when I watch the, okay, I promise I haven't got like autism or anything, right? But when I watch the movie, well, I haven't been tested for it, but I don't think I do. I pause it at certain times, I open up the book, and then I try and spot in the background what flowers are in the background of the movie. I then go into the book and see, can you eat that plant? Why is that there? Has that been planted? Is that a natural plant? What's it surrounded by? Is it supposed to be there? Is it going to die if it doesn't get enough sunlight blocked by this tree? What's that tree there for? And it takes me about 5 hours to watch an Avatar movie. Yeah. Okay. It's fun, though. Oh, dear. Am I going to spend my time studying at university? No, just watching Avatar. It's fun. Whatever passes the time. While I was playing a game like Satisfactory, yeah. I was explaining this game to one of my housemates, and the look on her face as I was explaining it, because, I mean, clearly I must do a somewhat decent job at selling the game if the channel has about 2 million views, whatever it is. But whenever I talk to people in real life about it, they give me this look like I'm talking Mandarin. Like, what's so difficult to understand? Make an efficient factory. And if it's not efficient, you can just leave it or tear it down and make it more efficient. There you go. Simples. Right, color coding very quickly. So, this is going to be for the 15 if that's correct. Yes. The 15 fuel generators there coming along the spare pipe towards the right-hand side. You're then going to be for the remaining 30 generators along the back 2.5 rows. Then you're going to be for the full 450 line. And you're going to be as well for the full 450 rocket fuel line. Other than that, I think we're all nice and sorted there. Now that we have that established, what I can try and do is just bring you straight down. I'm getting timber. Oh no, but now you're going to do the whole weird bendy thing. Ah. That's fine. I'm not angry about that. There's not enough time in the day to be frustrated about everything. I mean, that looks fine, actually. We go with that. That looks grand. Look at that. Why do you test me? That's fine. Yeah. World of Warcraft. Oh dear. Who loves Satisfactory? He really loves doing the trains, and he agrees it is a great game for those on Spectrum. Yeah, I mean, there you go. I mean, Satisfactory is a game for everyone. That's why I like it. You don't have to be good at first-person shooters or good at real-time strategy games or anything. It's for everyone. Every playstyle, every... I don't know, just everyone. I like it. I know, I've been keeping it a secret for the last couple of years, but actually, I secretly like this game. Don't tell anyone, it's just our secret. I know I've been doing a really good job at hiding it. Okay, now... Ooh, wait. Pause. Why are you there? I don't need you, that's why. No, that's fine. I don't need you. So you're going to go there. Then the remainder of this will then come down here. Good. 15 left. You, 30, up. That's in the wrong place. Okay, good. Well done, me. It was a 50-50, either this one or that one. I just chose the wrong one. I'm just built different. What can I say? I like that. Go a bit further back so that it's lined up roughly with this. Good. That's straight? Yeah, nice. Speaking about straight, use straight mode. Oh. That works. It's okay. That's fine. So the remainder of that will then just continue up here, basically. I like that. I like that. You're both the extra 450 lines, so we are then going to continue a bit further down here. Good. Okay. 3 there. Are you the furthest one on the right? I think so. Mainly MMO and shooters. Then your friend showed me Satisfactory as it got released on PlayStation. In 6 months, you ranked up 1,400 hours in this game. Game for life. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I can't imagine me putting down this game, if I'm honest, like, at all. And the good thing is, well, not like, for example, PlayStation 2 games or PlayStation 3 games, where you can only really experience it on previous old-gen consoles. The good thing with PC games is that it's going to stay here. It's very, very unlikely for a PC game just to just shut down the servers and disappear. Unless it's like an online game, I know that they want to do that with Battlefield 3, which I'm like, what? They've done it with previous Battlefield games. I believe Hardline was getting shut down, or it's already shut down. And a couple of the older ones. I think Battlefield 1942 as well. But now they're saying Battlefield 3 servers are going to get shut down, which is crazy. Whereas the good thing with Satisfactory is that I can't imagine them shutting down the servers. There's no reason to. The game's wildly successful. And I'm still thinking, if I'm honest with you, they are going to release a DLC for this game. There is absolutely no confirmed news about that. But I'm just thinking from a financial point of view, it would make sense for them to release a DLC. I was going to say a second game, but I mean, why? What would the second game be about? At least a DLC, it can be we venture out to one of the planets up there, for example, and then we have to construct some sort of, not intergalactic, interplanetary system where we can then deliver items from one planet to another planet, and then that's then going to involve spaceships where you can then craft like personnel spaceships to go from one planet to another, where you then have to try and build these rocket sites for you to land and take off in. Then, like, for example, you get into the rockets, you then fly up, you can't control it, and then eventually you land on the planet. I think that would be sick. Or a teleporter? We know teleporting's in the game now. Absolutely, I think Satisfactory is going to make a DLC. In fact, did I make a video talking about this? I was either planning to, or I did. Satisfactory DLC. I did. Satisfactory? Yep, I don't want to talk. So, I released it a year ago. This one. Because Satisfactory get a DLC. Feature 1. Oh yeah, this is where I talk about them adding a new biome, like a new island. And I still think that would be a good idea. Because, I mean, why not? What's the second feature? Oh yes, then I talk about the biomes a little bit. So obviously this is AI generated, but some sort of grass themed or even like a snowy themed biome. I think that would look really cool. It's like a slightly different biome than what we currently have. Because we've already got 2 deserts, we've got tons of grassy biomes. We haven't really got an Arctic or a volcano biome. That could be quite nice as well. Or something underwater potentially, but again, that's unlikely. Feature 2. Oh yeah, so biome-themed mobs and bosses. So we actually got, I think I mentioned this in the video, we had a boss teased at the very first Satisfactory trailer. That never happened though. Never got it. Gladly buy a DLC? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They released 2 sequels to Goat Simulator. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. When the PlayStation version had a major issue when our save was over 400 hours, it crashed on every save. Oh. Did you mention that on the Satisfactory QA site? That's not very good. What's the third feature? Okay, so I've got Horizon Forbidden West gameplay. Why have I got Horizon Forbidden West gameplay? I think this was the era where I was just like going through and just playing a bunch of Horizon Forbidden West. Oh yeah, story based. So I think I just talk a bit more about developing the story in the DLC, which would make sense. Also, this game is incredible. Horizon Forbidden West. If you love games where you get to explore and have quite a thrilling story. Actually, if you're more interested in the storyline, I would say Zero Dawn's better. But Forbidden West is still remarkable. Don't even talk to me about the new Horizon game. It's sickening. I really don't like what they did with it. New Ores. Wait, this was made when? The 3rd of January 2025. I think 1.0 came out by then, didn't it? Either way, we've now got Sam, which is great. Oh yeah, there's the trailer for it. So yeah, so Sam had already come out. New Ores would be great though. I don't know why I'm just going into the video and just agreeing with myself, but basically, I would like a DLC. I think a new planet would be a fantastic way to grip the audience onto wanting to purchase the DLC. That'll be pretty cool. But we'll see how it goes, right? We'll see how it goes. Now, what I like to try and do with you two is just bring you down straight away. Here. It's a known bug. Oh, okay. Yeah, if we do get any information about future patch notes or updates, I do try and cover all of them here on the channel. The video will most likely be titled, What's New in Satisfactory Updates 1.2.2.4 or 5? Whatever one I haven't done yet. GPU? No idea. I'm not really much of a spec knowledge kind of person. Unfortunately. All that I know is that it works. That's about the beginning and end of my PC knowledge. Unfortunately. So what I'm going to try and do is see if I can squeeze you into that. I can just about. I'm not going to do it right now though, because first we have to hook up all of our logistics underneath here. For me, oh nice, thank you. Yeah, I do try and keep it relatively short. I could spend an hour easily talking about some of the things that they've talked about. But occasionally what I'll do is I'll read it out and I'll say, oh, that's a pretty major feature or a major bug. I'm happy that they're going to fix that, or I've experienced this or I haven't experienced this. Because otherwise, if I just read out what it says on the screen, it can be a bit boring. But I do try and add a little bit of character to it. But at the same time, people are there for the news. So I don't want to spend an hour and a half talking about some random shenanigans that has nothing to do with the video. Like when you're trying to find a baking recipe, but the first 12 pages are talking about how the author's dog once ate a stick and that inspired her to write a book or something. No, I don't care. I do try and keep it short and concise, especially with those videos as well, where the introduction's normally quite simple, where I just say, here's what's new in Satisfactory Update 1.2.2.3. Firstly, let's talk about the bug fixes. And then I just, yeah, that's basically it. Okay, up here, everything's tolerable. I don't think there's much I want to try and change from up here. However, we've already linked all the power together. Although, have I actually linked all the power together? I think I have, yeah. No, I definitely have. Now, this is what I want to try and focus on. Making sure all of these are connected. What time is it? Oh, we still got about, like, 20 minutes. Can I try and get this done in 20 minutes? Probably not. But we'll do as much as we can. I'm committed. Committed. Absolutely. 1000% committed. Except for the days when I'm not committed, then that's just, yeah, that's unfortunate. Now, I think for you it's 3, then disconnect, isn't it? You've got 1 row, 2 rows, and 3. That's 15. Good. We're then going to need you. Okay. Now, what did I do at the end of this last time? I know that I did something with it. I didn't just leave it here. Did I loop you around? No, I looped you around. Yes. So then you came around somewhere like so. There we go. Then you're now lined up perfectly with that. Wow. Almost like I only had to move it 2 nudges. Oh wait, I did. And that just, everything in that direction then just goes down that way. Everything in this direction goes down this way. Fantastico. Which I think is Italian. We'll say it's Italian. Okay. Now we have to connect all of these together. Just like that. Okay. 1, 2. Travel down to there. You then loop around here, and then you end here. I don't like when you just end. I could maybe connect you into here. No. And then there'd just be like a massive loop. You know what I could maybe do here? Brilliant. Oh, fantastic. It's getting worse. Oh, dear. Okay. I don't even know if that's a good idea. I've done it. So if it's a bad idea, I suppose we'll find out. But as of right now, we'll just stick with this. And make sure all of these are connected. Great. Then what I'll do is, honestly, just link these together. Rather than going all the way... Wait. There we go. Rather than just going all the way down there, this will just be a bit easier. Good. This side should now be done. I don't see any problems here. Let's move on to this side. Yeah, we'll try and get, well, as much of this done that we can. Why not? And at least this side is actually going to be slightly easier because this is all part of the exact same circuit. There's no division necessary. And same over here. But yeah, one game that I've been really eyeing up recently actually is Subnautica. Subnautica 2 is now available in early access and it looks really good. I was watching Jacksepticeye play it because I saw his original Subnautica playthrough however many years ago that first game came out. That was enjoyable. I would say the second game seems far more complex though. I did struggle a little bit with Subnautica, just trying to understand how it worked. But got there in the end. Especially when the field of view on PlayStation is only like 60. I'm one of those that has to play in a high field of... Not a, like an extremely high field of view. But I like playing on a good field of view. So when a game doesn't provide that, I find it a bit jarring sometimes. Oh well. A minor complaints, really. Oh, that's it? Oh, that was easy. I feel like I talked about Subnautica for 10 seconds and I've already finished building all of this. Okay. I mean, I won't say no. Right, so you're going to be connected that way. You'll be connected in just a moment. I don't want to do it right now though because I want to try and finish all the logistics here, then connect it. Then just see the graph go slowly up, up, and up, and up. And then just crash. But before it crashes, we can then see it go up. Okay, now let's just go ahead and... Wow, that wasn't even English. Now let's go ahead and make sure these are all connected. Our pipeline pump's going from our junction back to here again. Now, you're an interesting one, aren't you? Because you're annoying in the nicest way possible. I don't want you there. I would like you to wait. No, I do want you there. Ah. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know who I'm apologizing to, but I'm sorry. Deary me. Okay, well, you can't continue through there. You can't park there, mate. There we go. Also, thank you for the people that have been following me over on my Twitch. I can't stream on Twitch, but I still appreciate it. Every now and then I'll wake up and I'll get a notification that someone's following me over on Twitch. If I could stream there, I would, but I literally cannot. So, yeah. Don't know what, I'm not banned or anything. I physically cannot stream on that platform without my stream crashing instantly. which is rather annoying. So I don't bother now. That looks better. I don't know why it looked so bad before. I'm not going to add that in just yet because, again, I don't want any rocket fuel going up here for now. But it's good to know that it is working. Luckily. Otherwise, that would have been a concern. But yes, you're fine. You're going to be going up there. Now, when it comes to you three, I yet again want to try and loop you around here. No. What are you doing? Thank you. Lovely. Cancel. No. Everything's going wrong. What was I doing yesterday? I was doing something yesterday. And absolutely everything was just going wrong. And it was honestly irritating me. It was the first time in a while I've actually got slightly angry. I say angry, I was mildly inconvenienced. But even for me, that's like, I'm very, very rarely angry. So for me, that was not great. It's fine though. Everything was resolved. You're a bit too close. In fact, I can remember the last time I was angry, and it was a valid reason, but still rare. No, what are you doing? There we go, perfect. Okay, you're now going to continue down there. Where you're going to be combining with you to come here. Yep, I like that. And then lastly, we connect to you. No. Wait. This isn't enough pipes, is it? That's where I need to connect you. Right? Yes, that is right. Okay, that's not a concern. Actually, is it? No. Okay, I know what I've done. And that's okay. I've made a mistake. I've made a slight oopsie daisy. You're actually just going to go straight through here. I was off there by one row, which is, I mean, unfortunate, but not really a problem. Yeah. So you three are connected. You're then going to come into... Not there. Not there. No. You're going to continue in this direction. Well done. Sorry. And then we're now going to loop that around. To here. Now everything's connected? No, you're not. What have you done there? And of course, I select the wire. I was looking at this the entire time, but the second I pressed the middle mouse button, the power line was in the way. It's one of those days, I think. It is just one of those days. Anyway, everything here is now fine. A mild inconvenience, a very mild inconvenience. Good. Now, you're going to continue around here. The final little bit left to go. Ah. Around here. Yeah, we are going to get this bottom floor done today, which is fantastic. Tomorrow we do the top floor. That's all the logistics sorted out. And then, oh no, I was going to go exploring tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow then. Because quite frankly, I'm at that stage right now where I need to do quite a lot. And I just haven't got time for any of it. Which is a slight shame because I feel like I've only just returned to streaming and now I've got to go again. Life awaits me beyond streaming. And then I come back for literally 1 day before I'm off again, so that's fantastic. Okay. Everything here is fine. These are 15 generators all connected to each other, which is going to be consuming 150 rocket fuel, producing 9,000 megawatts worth of power in just that area. Which isn't bad. Oh dear. Okay. Now it's time for this area, where I'm going to start off by doing the part I least enjoy, which is this part here. Good. Then make sure this is all connected. Fandabudocious. Go up and down now with the pipes. And we can finally try and get some rocket fuel going into this area here. The only 2 pipes I don't want to connect is going to be these 2. Because they go up. I'm not going up now. I'll be either an off-camera thing or tomorrow. I don't know. There's so much to get done. Because tomorrow we're supposed to be half troubleshooting, half exploration. So we'll see how that goes. You're not supposed to be connected. You're all connected already. Except for the final row there, which I, for whatever reason, just missed. Because I'm just that talented. Sarcasm, obviously. Here we go, the moment of truth, where... Oh, wait a minute. Before I do the moment of truth... Have I missed anything else? Oh dear, that's a very, short-lasting moment of truth. But anyway. Let's go to the surface quickly. Actually, we've got one more pipe to connect. Then we can go to the surface. And this pipe here... We should actually start seeing some rocket fuel coming here eventually. Because it's going to go into those 15 generators. And then some of that's then going to continue here. Brilliant, yes. Grand. And because we're dealing with a gas, there's no need to worry about the pipeline pumps. A few of them are already operational. Lots of reds. But this is the start of the manifold system here. Again, it is a manifold, so that's not actually concerning that there's tons of reds down there. This should be mostly blue. Yeah. Okay, how has that impacted the power grid? Probably somewhat impacted. Well, hopefully quite a lot, but let's see. There we go. Well, that shot up. This is going to be extremely inconsistent for a while, bear in mind, like a long time. Because if you've already got 240 generators in place, now there's an additional 120. That's 360 times by 300. So in theory... Oh, sorry, 600. Cancel. I should be making 216,000 megawatts now, not including the many thousands of megawatts that I'm making from my coal power plant and the few megawatts that I'm making from geothermal generators and my fuel extractors on other parts of my world. This is nowhere near even the 200,000 mark, let alone the most likely 250,000 mark it should be at. In fact, 230,000. So we're off by about 90,000 right now. In fact, one of the main problems that I saw, and I'm actually quite concerned about this, is most of these are red. Most, not one or two, like the majority. Oh, I was going to sneeze there. Didn't sneeze. Like, why are all of these red? I don't understand. All of this is red. Not enough rocket fuel is obviously the answer. A zero flow rate. 0 cubic meters. 161 flow rates. That won't get you very far. So by the time it makes its way over here, there's nothing. So what's the problem with you then? Because the flow rate here is just, quite frankly, tragic. I mean, if that's the nicest way I can put it. Again, very low flow rates going on over here. We're peaking at 161 out of the 500. It's the manifold. Oh, this has been here for 6 hours, maybe? No, a bit less. 5 hours. And it's been the exact same since I plopped it down. Because you're 170. See, that's better. 591. 449, slightly better. 406. Okay, it's getting slowly worse. 449. And this one's just so low. So why is the flow rate so bad? 175. Again, it's about the same. That's all good, Vinod. Yeah, we finished... Well, we've placed down all the fuel extractors for the 4th quarter. And I finished the bottom floor of it. So we've made some good progress today. Still a lot more to make in the coming... month. Here we go. So we're back here. Oh, we've got tons of rocket fuel in there. What the hell's the problem? Of course, this is fluctuating slightly, but that's still quite low. I'm guessing you haven't got enough fuel. Well, that's the problem then. We're not making enough fuel. Why? Now, why are you yellow? Too much rubber. And where's the rubber going to? There. Well then, I think what I'll quite like to try and do is add a smart splitter. This is exactly what I mean. This project's been really good for me because of how large it's been and the fact I've never built anything this scale before. I've learnt a lot from it. I'm not going to start a new world anytime soon, but if I was, I could take a lot away from this. Firstly, always add smart splitters and an awesome sink where your products can go just in case the overflow. Because right here, I've got too much rubber, which means I can't make enough heavy oil residue, which then means I'm not making enough fuel, which then means I'm not making enough rocket fuel. All of it just progressively gets annoying to deal with, I suppose. Oh, I can chuck you into here. Temporary, of course. There we go. Now, this is going to back this up slightly for now. I could try and get rid of some of the rubber by myself. All by myself, I know. All by myself. Thank you. So that would have now solved the rubber problem. Why are you yellow? Too much heavy. Okay, so I know where this goes. This goes over to where I'm making my petroleum coke. And what I ended up discovering was there's no reason as to why you've actually got too much heavy oil residue. Because I'm producing 449.5. No, I'm producing 500 and... Yeah, I'm producing 500. And I think it's then going into 499.5. So I'm 0.5 over, but that shouldn't cause that much of a backup. Although I suppose when the game's running for hours, then maybe it does, but... I'm thinking what I'll do is... Oh, I don't even know what to do. I'll have a mental breakdown, of course. How much do you produce with it? Exactly, yeah. That's a very inspirational quote. Why are you yellow? Too much fuel. Why are you yellow? Not enough rubber. And you haven't got enough rubber because... That's coming from around there. You haven't got enough rubber because you're backed up with heavy oil residue. And you're backed up with heavy oil residue because we can't produce enough. Because there's not enough fuel. But then you're backed up with fuel. Oh, yalla, yalla. Okay. Nice. I've already got something here. Okay, good. Good. A fluid sink. That's a good idea. That should be a thing. Well, maybe I can understand why it's not. No, it can be a thing. It's like a massive pit. Like a really hot pit that you could just evaporate liquids in. That would be nice. You should not be yellow. Not... Too much heavy oil residue. Beep, 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 beep. Not enough heavy oil residue. Same network, same system. How? How have I managed... Okay. This is fine. As the building's burning around me. Everything's fine. Everything's dandy. Why is the flow rate so abysmally low? So you're just chilling, right? You're vibing. That's cool. You're then coming around here. Fantastic flow rate. Nothing is the matter there. Fantastic flow rate again. Everything's good. Everything's great. Then you get to here. Now the numbers are fluctuating a little bit. But it's still decent. Maybe another pipeline pump. You really should not need another pipeline pump there. I'll be honest. You really shouldn't. I'll go for one because we can, but you shouldn't need it though. Right. Water extractors should have two modes. One extracting water from the sea into pipes, and one cleaning water from pipes. That'd be quite nice. Yeah. One day, maybe. 50, 50, 50. Everything's 50 except for... Oh no, that's fine now. Okay, so I think we've solved that problem. Which means that you are now producing all of the required petroleum coke. Great. Now, what I was actually going to do was try and essentially just use a bunch more heavy oil residue compared to what I need. No. I'm going to flush out a system. That's what I'll do it. I'll do it here. This might impact my petroleum coke production slightly, but it does mean that I'm going to be having a lot less of my heavy oil residue stored on that side. So let's go ahead and do that. Get that moving there a little bit. Clear the pipes out from the right side. There we go. That'll take a while to fill up. Now, going back to our fuel problem, what's causing that? You've got too much. Okay. You've got too much. Have you all got too... One of you didn't have enough. And how have you all got too much fuel? But then when I check over here, there's... Oh wait, there's not enough rubber. Roger, so where's the rubber coming in from? Because that's all plastic. Okay, well let's try and follow this rubber line. In fact, wait, before I do that. Is there any other... Yeah, I think all of them. They're all yellow down that side. Yeah, I know I'm flushing the buffer, not the entire line. If I was to flush the entire line, that will just block everything here. And everything here will be yellow lights, and that's just going to take a while to regain, let's just say. Okay, so there's another fuel problem. Okay. But why? Because the fuel's coming from here, isn't it? But then it just said that we've got too much fuel. Look at that, we've got too much. So, if we've got more fuel and it's only going to there, how is it messing up? Okay, so firstly, all of you are going around that side. Okay, that's fine. This is the side where apparently we haven't got enough fuel. Which is you and the first 4. So we've got 5. None of which is struggling for heavy oil residue or water. The only reason you are actually appearing yellow occasionally is because you got too much fuel. So how have you got too much fuel? Then there's not enough of it getting there. It can't be anything to do with height, because that's not 10 meters. I don't know. That's all good, Stephen. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm trying to solve this problem, then we'll probably end it here. But I'm really struggling to see how this is a problem. And also, can you guys see the reason why I don't like dealing with liquids that much? Even just going 20 meters across, and it's just not working. Is the fuel being inserted in more than 1 point? No, just here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's all just meeting here. That's it. I could try and loop this system around, maybe. Head lift might end at the junction. I mean, even if that was the case, we've still got less than 10 meters from here to the top floor, though. So head lift won't be a problem. Well, I can't imagine it being a problem. Okay, we'll try this. Oh, wait, wait. Oh, no, I did. Okay, good. I thought I did that by accident. Don't worry if these are yellow, and if a couple of these are yellow, that's completely fine. Everything past here that I care about. Yeah, here onwards. Okay. So you guys are still yellow. With not enough fuel. You've got 50. You're struggling. Struggling 50. I'm going to try and get one more pipeline pump into here. Nope, okay. Is that it? Yep, this one. I'll be very surprised if it is the head lift. Because there's no head lift here, really. So now you four are all yellow. Spamming pumps to fix the flow rate. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I'm having. It's actually made it worse. I've made the flow rate worse by adding in a pipeline pump. That hasn't gone up. That's very slowly going up. Now you're yellow as well. You're not part of this system, but I'd still like to see why you're yellow. Too much fuel. Again, you're all still backing up. We've clearly got a lot of fuel here to use. Clearly. You're all filled to the brim. A really good flow rate. I don't know. Oh, that's dead. What? You're going the right way. That's 600. That's 0. What? Here's the junction. I mean, this would be worst case scenario if this is actually what's causing the problem. Because I've got hundreds and hundreds of these junctions around my world. So if this is the problem and junctions are bugged, that's not good for us. I think that might have been the problem. We've gone from a 0 cubic meter flow rate to a 600. Now all of you guys are yellow. Now you haven't got enough rubber. So why have you got 50 then? You've got 0. Because of that. No, that covers it. That gets up there. I don't know. I don't know. Just look at this, right? Flow rate. We're well, now it's going down, but we were in the high 500s. That says 600. That's actually quite low. That's fine though, because this is still 600. So it's flowing in this direction rather nicely. It's then getting to here and stopping. When the flow rate is still incredible. Do I really need another one? I really shouldn't. I shouldn't have needed any of these 3, let alone 1. And this side's fine, by the way. Still nothing. Almost 600 cubic meter flow rate, and not 1 is going into there. And again, these 2 are still... I don't know what's causing it. I really do not know what's causing it. Which is a problem, because I need to figure it out, and figure it out quick. But the rest of these, they're all completely fine. That's what I don't understand. If they were all hovering around the, like, 10, 15 mark, that might be a bit concerning. But it's the fact that every single one of them is 50, except for the exact same refineries, that's on 0. How can it go from 50, 50, 50, 50 0, 50, 50? Oh, wait a minute. That one's the closest one to being an inconsistent number, but then it goes straight back to 50 again. All of that's 50. Except now you've stopped. Now why have you stopped? Because that's there, but why does that impact the flow rate here? I don't know. I'm half tempted to rip these out because I feel like placing these down is now having a negative impact there. But look at that. You're telling me that's 50 meters or something? Oh, it's mental. Oh, they're still yellow. But then now you're... Oh. Okay, so the other one's now shot up to 50. Brilliant. You haven't. Why? I don't know. Like, the thing is, if my fuel was coming from that part of the factory or from a train or a truck, I would just blame it on that, saying the distance is too far, or fluid trucks are inconsistent. I don't trust fluid trucks. It's coming from there to here, and not only that, we've actually got too much fuel there and not enough fuel there. Like, what's that distance there? 35 meters? What's gone wrong in that distance for the fuel that goes from here to not be able to carry along? Replace the pump, the junction, and the connection pipes. All of them? Okay, what was the main problem one? Oh, they're all green now. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Well, from what I can see, that's solved the problem. Okay. I'll check on that again tonight. Okay, why are you all yellow? That's a problem. Every single one of you is yellow. Because you got two... No, I'm going to have a panic attack. Let me just get out of... Nah, it's okay. But I am a little bit confused there as to why any of that happened. Like, I'm trying to figure out from my end, what mistake did I make? Obviously, I must have done something. Head lift was fine. I have 10 meters to play with. I was using about 4 meters. Way below what I needed. However, I still went in and added the pipeline pump, which then helped with 50 meters of head lift. However, after I added in the pipeline pump, it then had huge effects for the refineries just before the pump. But then when I got rid of them, they were all fine. I'm unsure of what happened. Not enough water. Yep, no. No. Oh, dearie me. That was a fun stream. We managed to get a lot done today, though, which is great. I think the sun's about to set as well. Yeah. So it's good that we got the logistics finished before the sunset. So we managed to build quite a lot of rocket fuel generators. I was going to say fluid generators. Well, I suppose they kind of are, but no. They're fuel generators. We managed to do all of this today. Granted, we didn't do all the logistics up there, but that's soon to come. We managed to finish the outside here as well. Got a couple bits and bobs left to do there, but nothing that overcomplicated. I'm seeing lots of blue lights, though. Look at all that. There's rows and rows of blue lights. So we've clearly done something right. In fact, okay, I saw one red light. Yeah, I think I literally only saw one red light there. That is remarkable. Wow. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, that's not bad going. I mean, it's not perfect, no. But overall, I'm happy. Either way, stream, thank you guys very much for tuning in. Tomorrow is going to be an expedition and building and... I don't know what's happening tomorrow. You'll see the title and thumbnail that might explain it. But either way, thank you guys very much for tuning in, liking and subscribing. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow for the final stream until September, I think. Maybe October. Either the final stream until September or the final stream until November. So, yeah. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.